Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here, and in this video we'll be doing the camera review of the latest flagship device from iQOO in India, the iQOO 11. Now iQOO 11 comes with top of the line hardware. You get the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chip. This is the first Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chip in India. It also comes with E6 AMOLED display, 144Hz refresh rate, and a really good package overall in terms of hardware. It is also a really great device for gaming. Now there are a couple of interesting aspects on this device. One is the V2 chip. Now V2 chip has multiple aspects. One is for extreme low light photography, that helps in that, and apart from that it also helps in a better gaming experience. So V2 chip is something which is really something to look forward on the iQOO 11. Now in terms of camera, you get a triple camera setup and also a 16 megapixel selfie camera. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. This is the camera review of the iQOO 11. So before getting started, if this is your first time on this channel, do hit that red subscribe button and also hit the bell icon to get notified of all the videos we publish. So let's begin. So first let's have a look at the hardware. Now you get a triple camera setup. Now the primary camera is a 50 megapixel Samsung's GN5 sensor. It's f1.88 aperture. You get optical image stabilization and a whole bunch of features included in the primary sensor. Now the secondary sensor is a 13 megapixel telephoto lens. It's equivalent to 50mm portrait lens as well, and it is at f2.45 aperture. Now on the third camera you get an 8 megapixel ultra wide. Now that's f2.2 aperture. Now talking about the telephoto, it can do 2x optical zoom and rest is digital zoom. So you get the telephoto lens at 2x. Probably 5x would have been better, at least for a flagship device, but you get only 2x, and then you get the 8 megapixel ultra wide. Now on the front panel you get the 16 megapixel f2.45 aperture selfie camera. So the highlight of this camera is the camera hardware and the V2 chip. Along with that you get the Qualcomm's latest hardware. So let's go straight into the camera samples to see how the performance of the iQOO 11 is. Let's first have a look at the daylight shots. You can see that the camera produces good details, vibrant colors and good sharpness levels too. The dynamic range is also great and it resolves shadows very well. The colors are good, but occasionally you can see the sky colors a bit boosted and saturated, especially the greens. But that has been the case with most iQOO devices. The images have a predominantly cooler tone, and this isn't bad by any means. The detailing and sharpness levels are great, and this is evident when you pixel peep. Overall, the daylight shots have come great, and there isn't anything to complain here unless you're looking for extremely natural images or you don't like saturated images. But then this time iQOO has a natural color mode, which we will talk later in this video. The ultra-wide angle camera also delivers great details and comparable to the primary camera, since iQOO is using an 8 megapixel ultra-wide. The photos are good, although there is a drop in sharpness when it comes to edges and sides, but not a major problem though. We still feel iQOO should have gone with a 13 megapixel ultra-wide angle shooter similar to the iQOO 90. The dynamic range is also good and maintains good overall clarity. The colors are pretty similar to the primary sensor. The phone also comes with a 13 megapixel telephoto lens which can do 2x optical zoom. The quality of 2x zoom looks good and maintains the same levels of sharpness and detailing of the primary camera. The dynamic range is also great. You can also do up to 20x zoom, which isn't great actually, but acceptable for occasional shots. The colors are once again good. Now moving on to the close-up images, here you can see good details and sharpness levels are also impressive. Once again, colors are a bit boosted and saturated. Unfortunately, there is no macro mode in this camera, which is quite surprising considering iQOO had this in 90 and 9 Pro launched last year. iQOO has also added a natural color mode in the settings, and you can toggle it if you do not like vivid colors. The natural color mode brings in more realistic colors, and this is good for people who want natural colors. Now moving on to the portraits. Here the portraits are handled by the 2x telephoto 50mm lens. The portraits have good quality, great skin tones and sharpness levels too. The subject separation is good and it detects even in complex backgrounds. The images are sharp and offers plenty of details too. You can also shoot portraits in 1x using the settings options. Now moving on to the low light images. In indoor and artificial light, it produces great details and colors are also good. The noise is kept to minimal. The indoor shots in artificial light came out pretty well. Moving on to the night mode, here you can see good details and sharpness levels is maintained and noise is controlled very much. The highlights are preserved well. What you won't see is overbrightening of night shots for shadows, but here you can feel the actual light rather than boosting the images with more light. The night mode is available for all the three cameras, and this once again done pretty well thanks to the V2 chip, which does well in extreme low light conditions. The selfies on the iQOO 11 is handled by the 16 megapixel shooter. The selfies look good and the skin tones are also done quite well. The colors are good and dynamic range is nice and wide. Since selfies are more of a personal choice, do let us know what you guys think about the selfies. There is portrait mode for selfies, and here also you get edge detection, which is handled pretty well. Now moving on to the video recording, it can do 8K at 30 fps, and this is not really a very useful format since most of us still use 4K. The phone also supports 4K at 60 fps using the primary and the telephoto lens, while the ultra wide angle it is limited to 1080p resolution. The video quality looks good in 4K 60 fps and it features stabilization as well. The quality is good. There is also 4K 30 fps which does OIS plus EIS, and the video quality is once again good. Similarly, for 1080p at 60 and 30 fps there is electronic image stabilization on offer, and overall the quality is good. The telephoto lens does a good job with 2x zoom in videos, and you can go up to 10x with digital zoom in the video, and the quality is quite good too. There is also ultra stable mode, which is limited to 1080p at 60 fps. The ultra wide angle camera can do 1080p video at 30 fps with stabilization, and quality looks quite okay. The colors are good, but it's not as good as the primary camera for obvious reasons. The phone also supports night mode in video recording up to 4K 30 fps, and the V2 chip shows its capability here. The details are very good. Although there is noise, it is acceptable considering the extreme low light when the video was taken. So this is the portrait video taken using the rear camera on the iQOO 11. So you can change the aperture values, and there is no stabilization offered in the portrait video, so you can see how good the background blur is and also the edge detection in the video. So this is the front facing camera sample taken with the iQOO 11. So it can record videos only in 1080p at 30 fps. There is no 60 fps support, so you can judge yourself how good the clarity of the videos and also the audio output from the front camera sample. So this is the bokeh video taken using the front camera on the iQOO 11T. So you can see here the background is blurred, and you can actually change the f value, so you can judge yourself how good the bokeh is and also the quality of the video. So that was the detailed camera review of the iQOO 11. The iQOO 11 with the 50 megapixel triple camera setup with V2 chip shines especially in daylight, telephoto, portraits and extreme low light. We would have liked a slightly better ultra wide angle sensor and also macro mode, which is missing on this device. But overall, iQOO 11 has a stellar camera setup and it won't disappoint users for sure. So what do you guys think about the cameras on the iQOO 11? Do let us know your thoughts about the camera in the comment section. This is Nirmal signing off with the camera review of the iQOO 11. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit the subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.